Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lost in Bakweri, and today we are discussing 7 signs God is wanting you to block that person. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification button so you'll be notified of all amazing video I post per week that will be great to your life in general. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Relationship, friendship that God actually wants them to stop, because it is now detrimental to their health, to their spiritual life, and to everything they stand for. But they do not see the signs, and they do not even know that God is giving them signs and a series of warning that they should stop. Well, in today's video, I'll be telling you 7 signs God is warning you to block that person. Now, what are these signs? Let's get to it. Number 1 is unhealthy conversation. When you are a person that stands for a right, you're a person that stands for purity, a person that stands for holiness, a person that stands for something beautiful, and then somebody is always there projecting an unhealthy conversation before you, and you know that this conversation is draining you spiritually. Please, my dear, it is time to quit. God is warning you to block that person, because if you don't, that person will eventually block your access from God. And number 2 is emotional disturbance. When a person around you begin to give you emotional disturbance, emotional incompatibility, I mean, you cannot comport yourself when you're around the person. You realize that the person around you triggers unusual emotions that is against God. That is a sign that you should leave that person, because that person that can trigger ungodly emotions around you will eventually lead you to an ungodly action, which will lead to your downfall. Take heed of that and walk away. And number 3 is clash of beliefs. When you've met this friend of yours who is clashing with what you stand for. You stand for sexual purity, you stand for something, and then this friend who you are drawing so close to is standing against it, is clashing with you. It's telling you, me, I don't subscribe to sexual purity, I don't see anything wrong with it, but this person wants to be intimate with you. A person who doesn't believe in what you believe will eventually lead you into his own belief, because the reason you are still in that friendship is because that person had a stronger hold over you than you have over that person, and you realize that you will lose your standard. You will set down your egos, and you will set down the purity that God has set you to uphold, just because you want to be, just because you want to what? Please a particular being. This is a red flag, the sign that God is warning you to block that person, because if you don't, that person who is having a clash to what you stand for, that is the right thing, will eventually clash you away from the presence of God. Now, number 4 on our list is spiritual disturbance. Yes, when a person around you, when a person's presence around you begin to bear spiritual disturbance. How do I mean by spiritual disturbance? Now, there are person that comes around you and you realize that spiritually you guys are not compatible. This person do not want to pray with you. This person, for instance, even disturbs you when you're praying. This person doesn't even want to understand that you're a spiritual person. Then it's time to quit. God is telling you to block that person, because a person who disturbs you spiritually, a person whose actions or inactions has a way of disturbing your spiritual life. I'm telling you that nothing can be equated to your spiritual life. A person whose action or inactions has a way of disturbing your spiritual life is not a person that you should be with. And it's a sign that God is telling you to stay away from that person. Block that person, because if you don't block that person, on social media especially, social media is one of the fastest media where you can communicate with persons. A lot of things go through. You have this friend that always in the habit of sending you new stickers, even in the social media. And knowing fully whether you're a child of God, my dear, it's time to block that person, because if you don't, your life will be in a mess. Next on our list is wrong emotional trigger. When a person around you triggers wrong emotion, I mean wrong emotion for real. When a person comes around you and the only thing that comes around you that triggers from the person's presence is lust for sex, inability to control emotion. When the person leaves, makes you want to do wrong or more dirty things, that is to tell you that that person wants to destroy you. The person might not know, the person might know, but it is the problem, and you have to watch it. God is warning you. Take heed of that warning and leave. Now, the last on our list is strengthening addiction. When someone around you strengthens your addiction, someone around you strengthens the strength of your addiction. How do I mean? You are addicted to a particular habit, and someone around you doesn't make it stop. Rather, the person increases the ability for that addiction to hold you stronger because of the person's appearance, the person's action, the person's words, and everything vulgar. Take heed. The Lord is warning you to block that person on the media. Stay away from that person if your spirituality must be blameless, clean, and pure. Thank you so much for watching this very amazing video. I want to believe this video blessed your life. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and hit the notification button for more amazing videos I post per week. That'll be great to your life in general.